Help those of you who are ready to change their lives, transformation. Today's the day when you make your decision, change your life. We have an opportunity for some individuals. We're doing this 50% off contest. Now, this is meant to encourage influencers. But not only just big influencers, but I'm also looking. I think that this is a great opportunity for my previous patients to utilize the influence and power that they've been given. And what do I mean by that? Once you've had this procedure, you've been through the process, you've gotten your questions answered. So you were in this position before you got the procedure where you're unsure, you're not, you didn't really know what to expect. You got some of your questions answered, but you didn't really know. So what I would like to do, and what's already been happening, is our previous patients are working as mentors for those of you who are still looking and still interested in getting this done. So once you become a patient, now you have the opportunity to reach back and help those behind. I call this paying it forward. So people like Stacy, Rebecca, you guys just jump on here. These are perfect examples of people that pay it forward. And this contest is essentially, I'm trying to create good people, or better yet, amplify the good that's already in you. So you may already have this in you where you like to help people, that you want to share your knowledge, your experience with them. I think it's innate in many people. I know it is in myself, where I just feel like I want to help. The whole purpose of my life is to make others better. So that's what I'm doing, and I want to encourage other people to join my team and help us. Together we can change a lot more lives. Because what I do know is, when you're able to make these big changes like this, your friends and your family notice, guaranteed. But what they really notice is that you're happy and your life is improving. Um, and the more that people change their lifestyle, the more that they improve their life, it inspires and motivates everyone around them. So what I'm going to do is I want to give you the opportunity to get 50% off your next procedure, simply by sharing and helping and mentoring other people who might be interested, or who might need the help. So you might have, friends or family or coworkers that are dealing with these same issues that you have, and maybe you can see the way they hide, because once you've been there before, you know how those people hide. They cover up in certain ways. They cover up different things, and you know the tricks, right? Once you've been there, you know the tricks. And the reason why I'm speaking out is because I've been there. Not only that, it's been 15 years and I've been dealing with the same issues, with the people have the same stories. So once you get past these problems, once you're able to achieve a different level of success for yourself, it's time to pass it on. And I'm going to give you the motivation and inspiration to do that, because we can help you get more. Most of my patients, they need multiple procedures. Uh, they may want it on full body. So this gives you the opportunity, once you have the procedure, just share, just give, and help as many people as you can. And the more people you help, the more likely you're going to win this contest. Now, how do you win? Every month, we're going to ask every patient who influenced you the most, or who helped you the most to make this decision. And they're essentially going to vote. And they're going to vote, each one of them. We're going to tally that up. At the end of the month, we're going to announce the winner. The patients are going to choose. So the more that you help them, the more likely you're going to win. And again, you don't have to be some huge influencer. You just have to be super nice to help these people out, and to where they connect with you and feel comfortable with you, and trust you. Because I know this, that people make decisions based off the information that they get from people they trust. And if you don't trust a person, you're not going to trust the information, and then it's going to be more difficult to make a decision. So making a decision to have a procedure like this, it's a big decision in your life. So it's important that you have the right information to make the right decision. Are you already announcing a winner? I just announced the contest on Friday of last week, Rebecca. Come on, give me a break here.
Let's put some links onto the.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna get how to enter the contest. So to enter the contest on Instagram, I put the link up in the post. On Instagram, I just pinned the link. So I think you're gonna have to copy and paste that link, and this is the link you're gonna enter to enter the contest. And I'm not sure how I can make a comment on. So we're gonna figure out how to get it on YouTube, but the link is on the website. Granville was able to get it on our website. So if you go to our website, myshapelipo.com, on the front page, you'll see it there. Just scroll down the page a little bit. What's up, Peggy Simpson? Delaware loves me. All right. You know, I've been to most states, and Delaware is not one of them. But I'd like to. I actually went to school out in New York, so I should have gone out there while I was there. I made it to Boston, but not Delaware. Let's see. Rebecca, the title of the live says announcing, so I was like, wait. Well, I'm announcing for the second time that this contest is starting. And for those of you, you know, this is also obviously if we can get a big influencer individual who has, you know, a large following, that would also be you know, a good winner for this contest. We're obviously looking to get exposure. Word of mouth seems to work best for us. So where our previous patients, they're happy, they're excited, and they tell all their friends and family, then the friends and family come. You know, through marketing, you tend to get random weird people, but if I can attract good people, which we've been attracting some really good people to these channels, and they can get the procedure, typically good people hang out with good people. So telling your friends and family, it means that I have more good people to work with, and that's what I'm hoping for. And really what I want to do is I want to give you the opportunity to help and share the experience that you've had with your friends and family, because you probably struggled with these problems for your whole life, and you couldn't figure out what the solution was, how to get rid of this big belly, and how to get rid of it forever. And once you start learning and figuring things out for yourself, it's something that if you don't share and help other people, your friends and family, the people close to you, and you don't share that experience and share that knowledge with them, like, hey, I have a solution for this crap, this problem, this thing that's been bothering my whole life, I found a solution for it. If you don't share that with your friends and family, like, what does that say about you? Because if you're able to change your life, and it makes it, I'm telling you, this makes a huge dramatic change in your life. And it's not just like I can fit in my clothes better or whatever. It's the energy that you get. It's the better blood sugar, so you're healthier, so you have a decreased chance of diabetes. It's your blood pressure is lower. It's you have more energy to do things. You have more mobility. Clothes do fit you better, and inevitably confidence goes through the roof. Okay, all these things are benefits, but you know, it's not fair to just keep this stuff for yourself. That's why I get out here live. I want to share this stuff with the public. I want to share with as many, I'm going to do my bullhorn and just as many people as possible to share this stuff, because it's amazing, and I know it's possible, and I know how it changes an individual's life. And so when you are that individual, you owe it to the world. You owe it to your friends and your family to help share with them how you were able to do it. And that's what this contest is all about. So I want to reward you for being a good person. And as a perfect example of what I'm looking for, you know, there's people like out there like Stacy Estelle Pierre. She's on Facebook right now. And if you look back, Stacy's always positive. This is a picture of Stacy here. You know, she's had multiple procedures, but she's super positive, and more importantly, she's made the proper lifestyle changes to maintain and continue to advance in her life and improving. So Stacy's always improving. And when someone like that, she's inevitably that positive energy, it influences all those around her. And so when you see people like her, you can't help but smile. You can't be mad at Stacy. She's awesome. She's always happy. She's always smiling. That's the influence. That's the power. So people like her, it's just about sharing what she does. It's just about getting on the Facebooks and communicating and sharing their experience and helping others, answering questions, whatever it is. That's the influence. What's up, Jackie? See, there's Stacy. Who needs my help? She's awesome. So use Stacy, use Rebecca as an example of what you could be doing. You don't have to have a huge following. You really don't. You just need to be, you need to be honest, and people need to like you. And so it's just be yourself, be happy, and enjoy your life, and focus on the positives. Look, when you come into procedures like this, you're going to probably have, there's lots of negative things in your life, but you got to start focusing on the positive. Because if the focus is on the negative, that's what you're going to experience. When you start focusing on the positive, you'll start experiencing positivity in your life. What's up, Fabi from California? Sophia Gonzalez, welcome. Jesse Ramirez. Thank you, all of you, for taking the time to stop today. See on Instagram, SOS, oh wait, So Spicy Nails. That's interesting. Okay. How can I get price? So that's this. We made this so easy. So to get your pricing, I created a quick quote system. And the quick quote system you can access on our website, myshapelipo.com. You can do it right now while we're talking. Jump over to our website. You click on the link. You're going to enter some basic information, answer a few questions depending on what you want, and it gives you a fairly accurate quote. The quick quote system, I utilize the BMI to categorize individuals to give accurate quotes on specific packages where we get the maximum amount of fat out of individuals, but it also helps me stay within our safety guideline. So we know that larger individuals who require larger volumes of fat removed, that there is absolutely a limit to what we can do. Now, that limit is more so, instead of a volume, it's rather a percentage of your body fat. So larger individuals, it's safer for us to remove larger volumes of fat because that larger volume of fat is actually a smaller percentage of your body weight. On the flip side, smaller individuals were able to remove smaller amounts of fat because that smaller amount of fat is actually a large percentage of your body weight. This is all, we work this into our safety protocol because when we try to push the limits too far, which we have, okay, we were super aggressive and we push the limits, and I've been pushing the limits on everything that I do for the past 15 years. And the only way that we get these kind of results is pushing the limits. So, but in doing so, we figured out how to make things safer. So I created this safety protocol to keep things in the safer range for individuals, and it's a guideline. It's not a definitive 100%, it's a guideline, right? So we still utilize our judgment, right? We still make decisions based off of the individual, but the quick quote is an easy way that you don't have to talk to us, you don't have to send pictures, you can get a quote. Easy, right? Now, once you got the quote, you got those numbers, and you're serious, you're ready to move forward, the next step is getting your formal consultation. The formal consultation, it's a $100 fee. Every single patient who is going to get a procedure with MyShape is required to get a formal consultation, so it's part of the process. Once you get that formal consultation, we're going to review pictures, speak to you for a half hour at least, go over and review your medical history, and develop a plan based off of what your desires and needs are. Now, you can see if you start looking at our pictures, there's consistency, and that's the key to why MyShape Lipo is so good, right? It's the consistency. So when you can see these patients, they consistently are getting, their bellies are flat. You know, particularly the large individuals, the belly's hanging over, we're able to make that fold go away consistently, even on very large individuals. So if you've been told you have to have a tummy tuck, that's a lie. You don't have to do anything. This is an alternative. This is an option. You don't have to have that big scar. You don't have to be put under general anesthesia. That's the truth. You don't have to be. There's an alternative. Every patient you see behind us did not get the tummy tuck. They do not have any large scars. It's one procedure, okay? And these bellies can go away. And you can have the same. See, Arizona Lily, can I ask, after we have a session, how long after can you get the same area smart lipoed again? Well, Arizona, let's see, you had another question. Okay. I am still on my workout. I really hope to see by the end of the year. So what you're asking is how soon can you have a repeat procedure on the same area? So please look at these pictures. One procedure, that's it. You don't need multiple procedures. One procedure, that's it. You should not have to come back to treat the same area. So I know, because I've heard so way too many times, I know that there's doctors out there that tell people, since you're so big, since your BMI is so high, we're gonna do a little bit now, and we'll come back and do a little bit later. That's crap, okay? So Arizona Lily, I'm flipping the whole script here, the whole paradigm's shifting, okay? Instead of trying to do a little bit, but the whole 360, we focus specifically on the front of the abdomen and get it all, okay? That's how the belly goes away. And we get significant amounts of fat out of this isolated area, which allows us to get these big dramatic changes. So that's why it's possible. It's different. It's not the same as what these other doctors are offering you. You know, and I see this, I've seen this quite a few times, and it's kind of frustrating where there was 2 patients specifically from New York, and they went and they got 360 lipo, and they're probably, BMI, like a higher BMI of maybe like 32 or something like that, and they did 360, maybe they're higher, like 34, 35, and they try to do 360 lipo on them, but they took a little bit out of everything. Instead of taking a lot of it out of where and making a big change, they took a little bit out of everything, so they made a little bit of a change. And so that's the type of individual that you would have to go back and do another procedure, which that freaking sucks. Who would want to do that? Why would you agree to go back and have to do it a second time when it's not even necessary? And so the only reason you would, and here's the answer, the only reason you would is because you don't know any better, right? There's no reason why you would go back and do and plan to do a second procedure on the same area. The only reason you plan it is because you don't know any better. There's no other reason, because it's not in your best interest at all. After you have one procedure, there's going to be scar tissue, there's going to be, limitations that going back in a second time will limit and reduce the potential results. So the key is doing it right the first time. She says, "Oh damn, thank you. Yeah, everyone is different. They will do a liter only. That's way too." Arizona Lily, I'm glad you found us. Yeah, so when we say when we focus on a certain area, go through our quick quote system, and those packages are created for each individual based off of your BMI, and the packages are such that we should be able to do the entire package in one procedure. So when we talk about as you get into your like 30, 31, 32 BMI, so above that range, typically you're going to carry a lot of weight on the front of the abdomen. So we focus on the front of the abdomen first. And the area that consists of, when you lift the breast up, we're going to go just under the breast. So this is front of the abdomen only. Lift up the breast, you're going to go all the way down to that natural endpoint. Down below, where it folds over, we're going to go and cross over that fold and get everything we can. And we also go into the pubic area. So typically larger individuals, you also have fullness in the pubic area. So we're going to take care of that. Don't even think about it. We're going to take care of it and get rid of it because you don't need it. Take that stuff all the way down to the pubic area. Now, how wide do we go? You see how wide the where your fold is. So if you can put your fingers underneath the fold and follow them around to the sides, it's typically right down from the armpit. So we go fairly wide here, and that's how we get these changes. You can see, you can't even see her underwear here. And afterwards, that fold is gone. It's incredible. I'm telling you, it's incredible. And once you've learned this, once you've been able to experience this, now it's your responsibility to share it with other people. And if you do that, you're going to be in the runnings for this 50% off contest, because now you're going to have influence. Imagine you're this lady here. Your friends and family have seen you struggle your whole life, getting up and down from chairs, wearing big baggy clothes because you're covering up everything, having that belly folding over on your lap every time you sit down, struggling, going out and, having limitations of energy. Once you have this, everyone that's seen that is going to want to know, how did you do it? How did you figure it out? And all you have to do is share. And share your successes. It's different from what you've been doing before. No more complaining. You're only positive. No more complaining. Your life is better. Your life is improved. And you know how. And because you know how, you can help other people. That's paying it forward. The more people you help, the more likely you're going to get big discounts. And if you get big discounts, you can come back and get the rest of your procedures done and have even more change, which gives you even more influence. This is like a circle. It's ongoing. Now, once you've helped your friends and family, they come through, get the procedure. Now they can turn around and help their friends, their family. And the circle continues. I'm trying to encourage people to be their best, to live their best life, to encourage others to live their best life. And more importantly, I want to encourage people to help people, because that's what this is all about. We're helping each other along this path. I know many individuals that have been overweight for most of their life. They've had so many struggles, and I want to help because I can. And so I have the ability. So what is my response to that ability? Well, my response is I'm going to suck out as much fat as possible and change as many lives as possible. That's what I'm doing. Now, if I can do that, all I need is people to feed me. You bring more people to me and we'll change more people's lives. And we'll do it together. And I want you to get the rewards. I want you to be excited about this. I want you to reap the benefits simply by helping people. That's it. What's up, Marley man? Okay, let's see. So spicy nails. I want to lose weight before so I can have better results. How much fat should I keep? Clearly we do very large individuals, so I don't, you're going off of what other people say, that you need to lose weight and be your ideal weight for the best results. And I think that's total garbage, and it's not really necessary. I can get a lot of fat out of whether you're big, you're small, it doesn't really make much difference to me. So you don't have to lose the weight. But if you want to, by all means, you should do it. Okay, whatever your path is. But ultimately, so spicy nails. After this procedure, you have to continue with those lifestyle changes. So don't think about this as I'm going to diet, lose a certain amount of weight, and then get this procedure. Then I can go back to my old way of living. That you got to throw that out the window. You have to change the lifestyle, change the habits, because if you continue doing the things that you were doing in the past, you're going to inevitably just recreate the same problems. And it's just a matter of time. And from my experience, it takes about 2 to 3 years. So where patients, they get the procedure, they look phenomenal, they're super happy, and then they go disappear and don't interact in our group, they don't communicate, they disappear. 2 or 3 years later, we get another, hey, I'm just, I kind of fell off the wagon, gained a bunch of weight, and I want my abdomen treated again. And I hate doing that. Because in most cases it's not necessary. There might be some cases that it might be beneficial, but in most cases is more beneficial to treat other areas where you haven't treated. Because once you get the fat off of all those areas, it brings your whole body back into a normal proportion. Then simply continuing on your lifestyle habits will make everything better. When you lose weight after liposuction, it makes everything better. When you gain weight, it makes everything worse. So start thinking, don't gain weight. Okay? I know it's easier said than done, because obviously you wouldn't have been here if you didn't gain weight in the first place. But what you need to do is start to understand the consequences of your action. Okay? And I think a lot of people are starting to get that now, that when you live a certain way and it causes a certain consequences on your body, those are consequences that you don't like. So visually, you may not like it. Physically, it's restrictive. It's health-wise, it's going to cause major health problems down the road. It's just a matter of time. I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day. His dad was out visiting. His dad's 74 years old, and he was telling me how he was 350 pounds, but now he's on the road of losing weight. And he told me this. He said, you know what? about 5-6 years back, we were talking, and we realized that we looked around and saw that none of our friends that were in their 70s were overweight. None of them. And why is that? Well, the reason is because all the friends that were overweight, obese, they died before that age. So he was like, light comes on, like, oh my gosh, and what am I doing with myself? And so he and his wife, they were amongst, what they believed were the people that were ready to die. And unfortunately, this gentleman, he has a really bad heart. He's got bad circulation. He's had, multiple injuries, so he's unable to walk very well. And, it sucks, right? 74 years old, and it sucks. So my thought process is the only way to stop that from happening is to prevent it. And if you get to that point, like, so he's at 74 now, and he's like, well, maybe I should lose weight. A little late, buddy. A little late. And he knows it sucks. He knows, and the consequences are he's going to die at a younger age. He gets it, and and it's a regret. It's something that he wished he could have changed. So that's what I'm here with my megaphone, trying to speak as loud as possible so you can hear this, is that it's time to get healthy. It's time to get healthy. And you got to fill in the why. Why? Maybe it's because you got kids that you want to see graduate high school or college. Maybe it's because you got grandkids that you want to see graduate. Maybe it's because, you just want to live. Because there's more that you want to see in this world. There's more that you want to travel. There's things that you want to do. Maybe you've been overweight your whole life and restricted and couldn't do anything. So now it's like you're ready to live. All it takes is that decision. When you get so sick and tired of living this overweight life, this restrictive life, this one of hiding and avoiding certain situations, when you get sick and tired of that crap, you make a decision and draw a hard line in the sand. Enough is enough. I'm done. And once you make that decision, the changes can happen quickly. Because once you make that decision, you get away from those old habits. You can't live with yourself when you are breaking your rules. When you believe that all the negative habits that you're doing, when you believe that they're going to kill you at a younger age, it changes the way you do things. So I call that leverage. You just got to start thinking and projecting 5 years or 10 years in the future. Say right now you're pre-diabetic, or you might have high blood pressure. You got to start projecting into the future. What is my life going to be like if I continue doing the same things for the next 5 years or next 10 years? What's going to happen to me? And you might realize, this isn't that difficult, because you could just look around. There's people that have done that for another 10 years or 20 years. They have done that. All you have to do is look around and pay attention. There's people out there that have already done what you are thinking about doing. Okay? If you continue on with your life and don't make the lifestyle changes, and you continue doing the bad habits, it's inevitable. It's inevitable that you're going to die at a younger age. It's just a matter of time. Typically, it takes people start getting in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and then they start getting the disease processes. And these are typically chronic diseases. What does that mean, chronic? It means it lasts for a long time. It's ongoing. So when you have a chronic disease, it's like you're chronically limited. You're chronically in pain. You're chronically struggling. Okay? That's what disease is. It's going to make you struggle. It's going to limit you. Many of you are already limited by the weight, by the lack of energy. So at some point you have to make this decision. Enough is enough. I'm done. I'm ready to change. And once you make that decision, you can start moving forward. Now, definitely, if you're ready, you got go check out our quick quote on the website myshapelipo.com. You can go get your pricing. It's quick and easy. It's an instant thing where you put the information in, you get the quote instantly. Go on our website myshapelipo.com. Now, once you've had the procedure, you can start to exert your influence. or maybe you have a large following and you know you're very influential. We have this contest going on right now, once a month now, once a month. So I want to. This is an ongoing. I want to continue to encourage people. So even if you get your procedure this month, you can continue to influence people for years to come. You know, there's like I said, there's our previous patients on the Facebook channel. Stacy and Rebecca are there, and you know they've had their procedure years ago, but they keep coming back because they know the power of what this procedure can do, because of what it's done for them. And you may be new to this, you may not know anybody who's had this procedure, but when you're able to communicate with other individuals from MyShape Lipo, or who have had procedures at MyShape Lipo, you can communicate directly with them. It's way more powerful than any testimonials. The testimonials most of them are fake. You know, on the review sites, it's a bunch of garbage where you know our competitors are leaving fake reviews, or nasty people, like they just love to tell people bad stuff. Those are reviews. Go to our private Facebook group. Our previous patients that come in there, they conjugate there, they support each other. It's called MyShape Lipo Support Group on Facebook. You search for it. But once you get into the group, you can communicate with our previous patients. You know, Lynette's there. You can see the pictures because this is what they post. This is their pictures. It's real. We're not making this stuff up. I'm not paying any of these people unless you know they're going to win this contest. That's the incentive right now. We want to give you this opportunity to get discounts on your future procedures. Another very influential individual, and these are normal people. They don't have huge followings, but they are just good people that want to help. And good people that want to help will attract the people that need the help. You know, when the people need the help, they're going to come to those that are offering it. So the more people that we have offering it, the more people that we have, you know, actively going out and recruiting their friends and family to help share with them the stuff that's possible. Because you know, the truth is that most people don't realize that this is possible. Most people are under this illusion that they have to get a tummy tuck, that's the only option for them. And many of them may be scared of that. They don't want to do that. They don't want the big scar. They may not want to do general anesthesia. You know, these are all things that will stop people. Another thing that people don't realize is this is for men too. It's not just women. I know we talk to women, and you know, women are typically are more into this, but you know, we take fat off of men too. And the big changes that we get for women, we can get for men too. So your husband, your uncle, your whoever, men have big bellies too. And I promise you, it bothers them just as much as it bothers you. So stop being selfish. Share this information. I know it's kind of like this is a taboo. It might be embarrassing, but it's an opportunity for you to help people. And so sometimes you just got to get over those fears, get over those anxieties, because once you've had a procedure like this, it makes a huge dramatic change in your life, and you have then the ability to help other people. So then the question is what's your response to your ability? So after you've had this procedure, you have this ability now to share your experience and inspire and motivate others simply by telling your amazing story, your story of triumph, your story of overcoming fear, anxiety, overcoming that weight, that oppressive weight, overcoming confidence issues. You know, these are things that once you have the experience and have learned how to get past those challenges, if you don't help others, it's like, man, what are you doing? You have the ability to help people. You should help people. You know, you see this a lot. Younger kids, you know, I have a couple friends now. Their kids are going to college, but their kids went to psychiatrists when they were younger, and they got helped. You know, they got the help that they needed, and they felt so indebted to the psychiatrist that helped them that when they got to college, they couldn't think of anything else that they wanted to do other than be a psychiatrist, because they learned how the psychiatrist helped them and how they were able to get over their issues. Now they have the ability to help someone else do the same thing. And this is like, you don't have to go to school for this. You don't have to, this is just like the school of hard knocks, right? Or the school of real life. Okay, can you get procedure while breastfeeding? No. That is one of those things. So when you're breastfeeding, there's a lot of hormones circulating through the body. So and I have done that before. And the reason why I'm saying no is because it didn't work out that well. So it's not, not saying it's not possible, but I do know that with pregnancy, with breastfeeding, it causes hormonal changes, which it affects the fat somehow. And it makes it more difficult to get the fat out. It's more challenging. So, my recommendations are to wait about 6 months after breastfeeding. Okay, Fabiola, how can you get a consultation? So the first step is you're going to go to our website, myshapelipo.com. There's a quick quote where you can get the pricing. So the quick quote system where you put your basic information in there, answer a few questions, and you can get pretty accurate pricing based off of your choices. Now, once you see the basic cost of the procedure, then the next step is getting your formal consultation. The formal consultation is where you're going to meet directly with me. We're going to talk for about a half hour or so, review pictures, discuss your medical history, discuss your wants and desires, what you're trying to accomplish here. Then I give you my recommendations based off of the 15,000 procedures that I've done and how we've been able to accomplish these amazing results here and how we can do it for you. Once you get the formal consultation, now your next step is scheduling the procedure, and we do require a 25% deposit in order to lock in your date and time. The Marley Man. So I've been in the My Shape Lipo group for 2 years, and I've dropped 67 pounds, and I'm ready now for the final touches. Oh, that is awesome. That's awesome to hear. See, and that's, Marley Man, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And so, being in the group, your story is now an inspiration and motivation to somebody else. Because there was somebody else that needs to lose weight, that wants to get liposuction, wants to get the big dramatic changes. And so having someone else who's already done this, it gives these individuals a chance to connect. And you can serve as essentially a mentor for them and help guide them through this process, because as when you were there, that it's like the simple questions. You can get an answer, but you're not really sure if it's true or not because you're not sure who to trust. So this is the chance for you to, meet somebody who you feel like you can trust. So you can connect with them on a personal level through the group, and you can follow their story, see what they've done, and you can get answers from them, and the answers from them can help guide you to make the right decisions. So that's what this is all about. This is what I'm trying to produce here. I'm trying to create the situation where our patients are then influencers for all of those who are interested, whether that's their friends, their family, or they're on the group helping whoever comes in. The more influential you're going to be, the more likely you're going to win this 50% off contest. So I'm not trying to get people to, be mean or do, crazy stuff. Just be yourself, be good, be helpful, answer questions, and share. Because inevitably what's going to happen is you have a certain look, you have a certain issue, you have a certain size, you have a certain whatever, maybe you have stretch marks. Those things are what someone else is going to connect to, because they're going to be like, wait, I have all these issues, she has all those issues, and wow, look at those results. I need to talk to her. So that's the connection. Don't think that you have to have like a huge following of people. You don't have to. I mean, obviously that helps, but you don't have to have that. Talking to your friends and your family. Look, upwards of 60% of people are considered obese. So that means that the people at your work, probably your family members, your friends, there's a good likelihood that some of the people are struggling, with that. And don't shortchange the people you think are thin. because those people, they hate the fat just as much. So you don't have to be this big to get liposuction. If you have anything that's a problem area, a little bit here and there, whatever, it's actually pretty cool. When the thinner individuals, when they fill in, they start losing their curves and they get more square in shape. So you can look thin but have no shape, and that can be frustrating. So liposuction is, I mean, it's super easy. These smaller individuals were able to create these hourglass figures. This is a perfect example right here. So you can see how she's, you know, she is not that big, but when we take that fat around the waist and the midsection there, then it makes the curves significantly more dramatic. And smaller individuals, this is the power that you can give to you, is you can get these very dramatic curves, which is actually really cool, especially if you were, you know, very boxy, and it can be frustrating. And you know what, you may not have even realized how curvy you actually were. So when you're smaller, it's hard to have the vision of what's possible. And you know, even when you're bigger, it's hard to have the vision. That's where I come in. So when we meet for our formal consultation, I can share with you my vision based off of the thousands of procedures I've done previously, of people just like you. You know, you can connect with other people in our group that were like you, but the truth is I've done all the procedures and I know all of them. I know all the issues. I know all the ways to fix these problems, whether you're big, you're medium, you're small, whether you have your belly hanging over, whether you have that fold, that under boob fold, whether you have a muffin top. I mean, I've seen it all, and I've seen some crazy stuff there are no names for, but you know, having somebody with the experience like my own, it gives you a leg up, right? It gives you the ability to see that consistency and have I think it'll give you that feeling of confidence that, you know, although none of these procedures are 100%, when you are able to see consistency from the provider, so when you see that, you know, we get good results consistently, then it's much more, it gives you confidence to move forward, right? And then not only that, I always tell people, don't trust me, go talk to the patients. And that's why we have our private Facebook group where you can actually connect with the real people and ask them what their opinion was, because my opinion is going to be totally different than their opinion. You know, so you can communicate with them directly. But again, these smaller individuals, the results are freaking awesome. So, you know, don't think that just because, you know, we do a lot of larger individuals that we don't do smaller people, or don't think that just because you don't see a lot of men up here, we don't do men. That's just not the case. Anybody who has fat can get it sucked out. And what is possible is typically far beyond what you believe. See, most people are stuck with this glass ceiling, right? And I know that initially when I got out of school, I was like, oh, well, as a, you know, there's a certain amount of money that I can make just because this is what the average is. And so like, I always thought that there was a ceiling, but nobody told me you can go start your own business and do whatever you want. I had to figure that out for myself. So now that I've figured out what's possible with liposuction, because I personally push the limits, so you can benefit. Once you realize what's possible, the sky's the limit. Because once you can get rid of that belly, that obstructive belly, that fat that's been limiting you your whole life, once you can get rid of that and you realize that it is possible, what you thought may not be possible, or you know, you were unable to do, once you realize that that's possible, it opens up a whole new world to you. Because if that's possible, why isn't everything else possible that you thought wasn't possible? In fact, it is. The truth is that if anyone else has done it, it's possible for you. It might take some work, might take some effort, but it is possible. And you can have whatever you want. You can be whatever you want. You want to go back to school to get a degree? Go back to school. It's okay. You want to have you know, better arms, better chin. This is there for you. You can have it if you want it. You know, this young lady got a lot of stuff done on her. She got her 360 lipo, she got her upper body, you see her arms, and you can see the chin. And see if Granville can pop that up real quick. We get the chin liposuction, which changes the whole shape of your face. And you know, those of you, when you fill in the face, it makes your face more rounded, and you lose this jawline, and the face goes into the neck. So you get this like rounded face. Now, when we do the liposuction, you're gonna draw a line from the corner of your ear to the corner of the mouth. So we take everything above the jawline. As you get older, they call these the jowls. So the jowls kind of droop down below the jawline. So we're gonna get all that stuff above the jawline. Then we get everything in the neck here, and that's gonna create, it's gonna create this line, this jawline that you can see there, while taking out this waddle, this chin, this double chin that messes with your profile. Now, this is so easy. This is so easy. And the results are consistent and they're amazing, and there's no reason that you have to have a double chin. There's no reason. There's no reason that you have to have the fat face anymore. You don't have to. It's a choice. If you want it, you can have it. But if you don't want it, it can be taken away. And you can have a totally different shape to your face. Like, look at this. This is like weeks. It's amazing that this is possible. And if you're struggling with like the lack of the jawline or the double chin, like, this is a no-brainer to just get this done. Because how many times have you been embarrassed, take pictures, or embarrassed, doing your side profile, or you might have certain positions that you're embarrassed of, or people that you just don't want to be around because you're embarrassed because they knew you when perhaps you were thinner. The chin, it's so easy. It's so easy. Now, what about arms? We talk about the abdomen and the waist a lot, but what about the arms? These girls get these waddling arms. This is Rebecca here. Rebecca was one of these girls. She put on weight. She got thick, and so as you get larger, that arm starts to hang down. But some of you'll carry that weight and you just have big thick arms, which have difficulty fitting in the sleeves. They waddle. Gravity pulls them down, so as the skin gets looser, it starts to pull it down. And you can see, typically when people have the arms treated, they also have an issue with their back. We call it the back bra roll. So where that bra hits, you can see how it kind of like muffins out. And that's just this, the soft fat that the bra is sticking in on. And you can imagine when she wears a shirt, she gets these like speed bumps, these ba-dumps, right? And so nobody really likes that, right? You want that smooth look to you, and when you have these bumps, it's embarrassing. So this individual, we were able to make a huge dramatic change. And this is kind of like, you'll see how we can push the limits with this. And everybody's thinking, like you have to get a tummy tuck, or these plastic surgeons tell you you're gonna have an empty sack of skin hanging, but that's just not true. If you look at with these arms, it's not perfect, but it's still retracted back. It's significantly, right? It's not an empty sack of skin like they like you to believe. It's not. That does not happen. These were big arms. I'm talking like big, right? These were like the size of some people's thighs. And we got a lot of fat out of it, like a lot of fat, a lot. Out of one arm, that's probably like 2 liters of fat. Like, imagine like a 2-liter bottle of soda that's stuck to the back of your arm. That's heavy. It's heavy. This makes a huge dramatic change, and it totally narrows your body out. Women, when you have the fullness in the arms, when you put your arm down by the side, you can see this here. It bows out. It bows out, and that gives you the body width. It makes your body seem wider. When we take that away, it narrows you out, and we change the bra roll as well. Everything narrows, so we want to narrow down the upper body. It gives you a more feminine look. And you can see how that bra strikes much better, and those bra rolls towards the bottom, those disappear. So understanding what is possible gives you the confidence that you can do anything. because when you feel like it's impossible to do things, you just stop doing. But when you understand that it is possible and you just have to work for it, then you start working your ass off. And when you work your ass off, you start getting amazing results. But you have to believe that it's possible. So what happens? Many people are like, they start some type of like lifestyle change, some diet. They start going to the gym, and they're doing it for like a month or 2 months, and they're like, they don't see the results, and something happens that they couldn't go to the gym, or they couldn't eat right for whatever reasons, and the next thing you know, boom, they're right back to the way they were. The weight comes right back, and everything's back the same. And so we'll go these yo-yo diets, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'm speaking from example, because this is what I did, and I know that many people do this. Where when you start feeling heavy, you'll go do some type of crash diet, or or stop eating or whatever, and lose the weight. And then when you get back to where you feel more comfortable, or whatever your weight is that you like, that you're better at, that comfort allows you to then get back into your old habits. And when you slide back into the old habits, it's just a matter of time until the weight goes right back up. So in order to change this, liposuction has proven to be we use it like a catalyst. So if you remember back in chemistry, where the catalyst is the chemical that you can add to that stimulates the reaction. And so when we talk about a catalyst with a patient with liposuction, the liposuction gets you these amazing results. So you can see, this is incredible. This lady had this, she used to wear her pants so tight around the waistline, it created that fold, right? It created that fold right in the middle of her belly. But we were able to get aggressive, get that fat out of there, and make the fold, both of the folds, the fold in the middle and the fold at the bottom, go away. Now, once you understand how this stuff works, you have to share, because how could you go through looking at your mom or your sister or your best friend and know that you can help them, but yet allow them to struggle? That's just mean. That's just mean. So I'm giving you the ability to help and share, and I if this influencer thing is, I think that the people who are going to do best are probably our previous patients. So those of you who have had the procedure already, it's much easier to influence others because you're believable. Okay. Now, if you haven't had the procedure, obviously sharing stuff like this, taking pictures, and drawing people into the group will give you influence. But it's way more believable after you've had the procedure. It's easy. You don't have to say anything. You just talk and you smile. You just I say, you don't have to say anything, just talk. You don't have to say anything, just show them. Just show them your body, or show them how you're wearing clothes, or show them the before and after, because the changes, once they happen, it changes not just the body, not just the physical, it changes the way that you think. And once it changes your mindset and the way that you think about your life, the way that you think about yourself, it inevitably infuses into everything else in your life. So we show you how to become more positive and get this better shape to your body. But I also tell you that if you don't change your lifestyle, this stuff comes right back. Now, the fat cells supposedly don't reproduce, but we never remove 100% of them. So if you gain a substantial amount of weight, you can gain weight back wherever the fat cells are. Okay, Marley Man says, I can't wait to show my results. Tell the world about this blessing. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Okay, La Queen, bye. Okay, so how far are appointments, and can I walk in to make an appointment? So you can't walk in to have a liposuction procedure. We have pre-op procedures, but the first step, go get the pricing, go to our website, check the quick quote. Then when you're ready, the formal consultation. And you can make these appointments, through on the link. So go to our website, myshapelipo.com, and when you want a formal consultation, just click on the link and you can schedule it. You pay for it. Everything's all set up for you. And for the procedures, we're about a month out. So it's, the sooner you get your consultation, the sooner you can get scheduled and get the procedure done. Yes, Rebecca is awesome. Okay. See, Rebecca's getting love on Instagram too. See, that's influence. Rebecca she brings so much positivity. She's influenced so many people, and just helped. And then people know her because of that. See, Jackie, what's up? Hope you and your family doing well. Appreciate that. I hope you're doing well, Jackie. Happy late Father's Day. Thank you. Veronica from Kentucky. She had 360 lipo. She loves it. That's awesome, Veronica. I hope you're doing well. Make sure you jump on the group and share some pictures. That's what, I think that when we talk about being influential, I think that each of the patients, you're going to have the opportunity to share more through the group. And that's the place I think we're going to be influential, because I'm guiding the newer people who haven't had the procedure, and we're guiding them over there to communicate with the previous patients. So it's kind of, we're linking up the people. So, the people that need to make the decisions, they need to link up with the people that can help them make the decisions. And that's really the key here. Oh, Jackie, you just caught the Rona for the second time? Dang it. Well, I hope you're feeling better. Okay. Fabi, yeah, prayers for Jackie. Yeah, so Jackie had a procedure. She's a tough cookie. Okay, don't let fear stop you from your happiness. That's right. Stacy, she's always positive. Okay. Rana Valona says, so do you not recommend revisions at all? It's not that I don't recommend revisions. I just hope that I will never have to do a revision on my patients. I've clearly over the years I have, but my hope is, my desire is that I do a good enough job the first time, I get enough fat out the first time to where you won't have to get a revision. Now, with that said, I do a lot of revisions on other people's patients. So I have a lot of patients that fly in from out of state, and a lot of them live in areas where they're, shall we say, underserved, like Kentucky for a matter. That's not the plastic surgery capital of the world. So Kentucky may not have, in her local area, they may not have a lot of people that do liposuction. And not only that, it's different, because just because they do liposuction does not mean that they're good at it. So going to a place that specializes specifically in liposuction, you're going to way more better chance of getting good results, because there are bad results. Just go search the internet. There's lots of crappy results out there. In fact, there's a lot of doctors that show their results and they're crappy. So compare and contrast, and you'll see there's a lot of doctors, and those doctors actually believe they're getting good results, and their results suck. So please compare. And yes, if you do need a revision, I'll do whatever. But the reason why I'm saying that is not to say that I won't do a revision, or not to say that you will never need that. It's not that at all. What I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to encourage you more to focus on living a healthier lifestyle, so you'll never need a revision. And if you're able to maintain, so let's say, for example, you get a procedure and you're happy with the results. Okay, if you gain weight, okay, then those results are not going to last, and so it's just a matter of time to where you become unhappy with the results, even though they were good from the beginning, but you become unhappy with the results because you've gained weight. So what I suggest, what I promote is live a healthier lifestyle. So if you're happy with the results right after the procedure, if you live a healthy lifestyle, you'll always be happy with the results and you'll never need another procedure. It makes a lot of sense to me. Now, some people clearly they're gonna be like, this guy's crazy. I don't need to eat right. I can get liposuction and do whatever I want, and that's fine. But you'll be back, and I call those people repeat customers because they come back and pay for the same thing over and over and over and over, and it's like, to me, I'm like, it doesn't make sense. But if you want to do it that way, by all means, it's your choice. You know, we get freedom of choice in this world, so you're fortunate. But hopefully you jump on board with this living a healthy lifestyle thing, because it's in your best interest, and it's not just because it's going to make you look better. It's because you're going to live longer, you're going to feel better, you're going to be happier, you're going to be able to do more. That's what it's all about. Okay, what other procedures do I do other than lipo? So primarily lipo is the mainstay of what we do. You know, we have some injectable stuff like Botox and fillers, but I don't promote that stuff. If you want that stuff, it's in my office, and you come in and you want that stuff, we'll do it for you. We also have Venus Legacy, which is a non-surgical fat reduction procedure. It works really well for people that have had liposuction already, and maybe you have irregularities, or you might have some loose skin issues. It's a radio frequency based technology that is said to reduce the fat content, but it's a slower process, and it requires multiple treatments. It's a great procedure. I get it myself. It's an anti-aging technology as well. I use it on my face. It tightens up the skin. And again, those of you who have had liposuction and perhaps maybe have some slight irregularities where it doesn't necessarily make sense to go in with the liposuction, but you want to get things a little bit better, the Venus Legacy is a great option for that. We also do fat transfer, so if you want to get bigger breasts, bigger butt, that's a potential as well. What's up, my dude, Omel? I really appreciate Omel jumping on. Omel's he's one of my best friends from New York. Went to school together. I actually lived with him for a little while. He allowed me to sleep in his house while I was living out there. Cool dude. Okay, Jackie, you're gonna survive, and you're gonna get through this. Just another hurdle. I think that God puts these hurdles in your way to make you stronger, because you are one strong chick. And I think in general, that's what for all of us. You're not going to really learn unless you go through the struggles. And the people that have no struggles, they don't have much experience. They don't have, they don't really know stuff. So, I've struggled a lot, but it's made me superior at what I do. And it's basically, I purposely went through the struggle. I purposely put myself through in these predicaments when I challenge myself, and I challenge myself to do better. And in doing so, it's put me in a position to where I can make a huge impact on people's lives. And to me, that's fulfilling. Okay, how soon can I have the procedure? La chiquicas or something like that. How soon? It's probably within a month, but your first step is getting that formal consultation. If you've already done the quick quote and got the pricing, the formal consultation is next. And once we get the formal consultation, we can get you on the schedule. Yes, go to other liposuction groups and recruit. Yeah, see, this is also the thing, is that other people don't know. And even in these other groups, like, those people, they don't even know what's possible, because they're limited to only what they've seen. So if you're in a group where they're only showing tummy tucks, or they're showing results that are mediocre at best, the people don't even know any better. And they might be thinking that's great because it's better than the last picture that he showed. But when you go into these other groups, the people that are struggling, private message them and recruit. Just get them in the door, and then they can hear what I have to say. They can see the pictures of the other people. It's a recruiting technique, right? And this is a great opportunity to win the 50% off if you can get more people in, be more influential. Okay, Rodriguez, Angela, I know someone who deserves to win. All right, let's hear it. What's today's special? Yeah, we're doing that contest, the 50% off contest. Okay, Kathy, woohoo for the contest. Too bad I'm not a big influencer. That's okay, Kathy. You know, I don't remember, Kathy, if you've had this procedure. You look really familiar. But you know, once you've had the procedure, it's pretty easy to influence people because you're believable. People will trust you because you've actually had the procedure. Those are the people who I'm hoping to turn all of them into influencers. What's up, Max? Stacy's bringing her husband here, who has always been here throughout the journey. That's awesome. Yes, Rodriguez, Angela, Rebecca is an inspiration. She's definitely, like, she and Stacy are the two people I want to highlight as the examples of what I'm hoping to produce. I hope that we can produce more Stacys and Rebeccas, people that are just big hearts, people that want to give and help and just be a part of something bigger than them. And my wife, Corinne, is here. What's up, Corinne? Yes, Stacy is awesome. And Rebecca. Okay, goodness, if I want something like this, I would 100% share it with the world over and over, especially. That's awesome. Thanks for the clarification. Let's see, Danielle, what's up? Another previous patient. Yes, I've been posting my 1 month post-op pics this week. If these results don't influence someone, then I don't know what will. It's amazing, Danielle. See, that's what I'm saying. So, like, you know, it's really just show, right? Just like we've done the work. But now you have to show, and then you have to be positive. You have to inspire people and let them know that they can do it. Another, you know, one of our rock stars, Brittany, is here. Like, super influential. Just look at the picture and hear the stories. I mean, this stuff is such an inspiration when somebody's changed their life and they've transformed. I mean, that's what we all want to do, right? We want to transform and become our best version. And when you see other people that are becoming their best version, it's like, holy crap, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. And yes, you can't do it. So I'm about to finish this up here. Now, when you're ready, get that quick quote. Go to our website, myshapelipo.com. Get the quick quote so you can get the pricing. And when you're ready, sign up for the formal consultation and get this procedure. Stop waiting. Don't allow your fears to hold you back. Connect with people. Join our private Facebook group so you can connect with these individuals and hear from actual people who have actually had this procedure. Brittany Knowles, Danielle, Rebecca, Stacy. I mean, there's so many people here that have already had the procedure and they keep coming back, and that's got to be a sign for you. That's got to be a sign. Why do our patients keep coming back for more? It's because we're awesome. The results are amazing. And together, we're inspiring each other to help. Together, we're inspiring each other to become better and become the best version of ourselves. So thank you so much for watching. Sign up for those consultations, and I'll see you next time.